Another day, another mailbox. Let's get after it. As I open my mailbox, there's a couple things to note. One, my starting gold. I am starting today with 2,920,000. I've already cancel scanned. This is everything that didn't sell yesterday, so I need to go ahead and go throw that up here in a moment. One thing I want to make note of is you saw everything that I crafted yesterday. I did make one little change. Last night, when I was finishing off my covenant tables and I was doing my last cancel scan for the night before I go into bed, I took a look, and I always do this. I took a look at the prices of how everything was on the market at the moment. I noticed heavy desolate kits were back up to like 300 gold. Well, that sparked something with me, and that's that I knew that heavy desolate leather, that's the most expensive part of making it. I knew that somebody must have transferred and they dropped a ton on the auction house at a fairly low price, and I knew that there was like 30,000 of it there last time I checked. So upon looking at that, I saw that that was still there. So I immediately just bought stuff to make some, just because the profit was like 200 gold on these again, kind of like it was like a week and a half ago for me. So I did drop like an extra, 20 plus, 20,000 gold or so to just try to make a quick buck. So I jumped on that last night. Other than that, there's nothing else that's different. You see, you have a little bit of. I don't think I sold very many of them actually. No, I didn't, because I made 100 of them, or 125. I only sold 10, so I still have a lot of them to sell. But regardless, it was a good price, good easy profit when I sell them. All right, as we're going through stuff, here's some of the bags we sold yesterday. Desolate armor kits. We have the spectral potions that I made. Going down, we have enchants, ceremonious gear, more flask of power. What ended up happening was yesterday, as the herbs were just way overpriced, and I didn't know what I was going to do about that, and I knew that my profit was going to be a little bit down. So what I decided to do yesterday was, when I saw that the flask of power had risen greatly in price because of the herbs, I decided, you know what? I have a little bit of time. I spent 1 hour farming. That's it. I spent 1 hour farming. I went out to like each zone. Total waste of time. But I went out to each zone and gathered like 100 of each herb or whatever. I needed like 80 of a couple of them, 60 of another, 100 of another. I just went out and did a quick farm, and I just wanted to make like 30 flasks just to make myself a little bit of gold, given that I wasn't going to be making any that day. For me, every single bit of it was profit because I farmed it all myself. Didn't farm much, only enough to make like 30 flasks. But going down, we have more tomes of the still mind. What else do we got? We have some drums, ceremonious gear, desolate gear. Again, I make it every day. It sells basically every day. Nothing else out of the ordinary. So we're going to go ahead and grab this mailbox. Again, my starting gold is 2,920,000, and we easily broke 3 million, guys. Let's go. Let's go ahead and grab that gold. I have never had this much gold. Oh, what happened there? That was weird. Kind of freaked out on me. Let's open this up. I can't believe how well I've been making gold. It's really exciting. It's been really easy, at least for me. I know my methods might not be the easiest or best, but they work for me. Come on, give me the gold. All right, with that, we did get 101,000 gold from the mailbox, so not too bad. Looking at our new gold total, 3,024,000. That is awesome. All right, let's get to those covenant tables. Before we get to the covenant tables, there's something I wanted to show you and talk about. I'm thinking about taking a big risk. Well, at least it's a risk for me. Maybe other gold makers this wouldn't be a risk, but for me it is. Take a look at this. We have heavy desolate leather, right? We know that the auction house and the market, everything's going to be changing tomorrow. We're not really going to know what's happening, but I'm thinking about buying an absolute ton of this, and here's the reason why. If you look here, you see the region market value average, and you see the region sales average, and you're looking at like 17 to 20 gold. So as I'm aware, this average is selling for that across the region, while on, it has a market value on my server, but it also has just a minimum buyout on my server. Heavy distillate leather is extremely cheap from what I could tell at 889, and there's a good amount of it here. If I go and look, I could buy, well, really what I could do is I could buy out my whole damn market like this, right? I could spend 263k gold for an average of like, 9 gold, 13 silver. I can buy an absolute ton of this, reset my own market, and try to make some sales right now. But what I could do is, if everything goes to this new average, let's say it's even just 12, 13, 14 gold or something is like going to be like the new average region wide. I would think that that would absolutely, I'd make a killing just selling it back. Am I wrong? That's just how I view it. I mean, it's risky because we just don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, because the price of this isn't just going to be affected by the auction house changes. It's also going to be affected by how much just desolate leather is on the market. So I'm even for this little amount, I'm scared at blowing 263k. I mean, I know I'll sell a lot of it back over time and make my money back. What we could do is we can go look at desolate leather. Desolate leather, even on my server, pretty low. But if you look at the normal market value across, it's still pretty good. What does it take? Doesn't it? Yeah, it takes 10. It takes 10 desolate leather to make heavy, doesn't it? Right? Am I wrong? Pretty sure. Anyway, if it takes 10, even if it was at 2, that would put the value of heavy desolate should be at around 20. So, regardless, this seems... I really feel like I should buy all this out. I'm just scared because I'm a new gold maker and I don't want to make a giant mistake. But what do you say we do it for the video, huh? Let's just do it for the video. I'm thinking about buying all of this. I'm going to reset the market and see if I can't make any gold, and we'll talk about it tomorrow. But then over the next day or so, I'm going to see if I can't sell it all back. We'll see if I can just make gold. Because look at this. I mean, 9 gold, basically, let's just say 9 gold per. Let's say if it went to 15. Let's say if it went to 15 and, okay, let's take away the auction house cut. So like, what would it, I would bring home like 14 or something. So that's 5 gold basically, just for quick math. That means I could be making like 5 gold plus on every single one of these I sell back to the auction house. Well, that's pretty good when there's 28,000 of them. I mean, that means I'm going to be rocking 125,000 plus gold I would make just by reselling. I really, really want to try this. Alright. I'm doing it. Goodbye, 3 million gold. It was nice seeing you, but it's time to risk it for the biscuit. Let's do it. 263k worth. I am testing some gold making for fun. I probably shouldn't have grabbed this out of the mailbox. I am going to have a lot of it. On the first covenant table, making all my free gold. So tomorrow, obviously, is the changes, and they're expecting servers to be down. I think they already said until like 3 o'clock my time. I'm expecting it to be worse than that, to be quite honest. I don't even know if I'm going to try to get on until super late tomorrow. And I'm probably, yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to do. I'm definitely not going to be anxious. I'm just going to kind of wait. I might not try it during the day at all. I might try to get on late at night when I normally would. And, maybe take a look at how the crafting is just because of how crazy everything's going to be. So, yeah, that's my plan. If I were you guys, I wouldn't expect to be playing tomorrow. But that's my opinion. Back on the bank alt, and it's time to do my restocking. I don't know if I'm going to stock too much today. They are going to be taking everything you put up right now will be coming off, obviously, when everything goes into maintenance. I'm assuming it's all just going to get sent right back to whoever posted it. So I don't know if I want to try to be like the guy who's like, hey, if you need anything last minute, it's my stuff, or if I'm just going to kind of chill a little bit today. Try not to make too much gold, just kind of sit back and wait for like after maintenance. But I'm at least going to do probably the majority of my normal crafting that I typically do, like these hidden spirits, probably agilities. Oh yeah, good money on agilities. Looks like Flask of Power is still up there. I'm going to have to check the price of the herbs themselves, because as much as this set shows a pretty good profit, well actually it shows like 363 crafting cost. I actually believe it because my herbs on my server have been kind of crazy in the last couple days. but I will double check on the herb prices myself before I do any crafting like that. I usually love selling Spectral Flask of Power. It's that and the Heavy Desolate Armor Kits that I've probably made the most money off of in the last, 3 weeks. But I will have to double check on that one myself. And yeah, I'm going to finish figuring out what I'm going to make, and we'll get shopping. Well, that answers that question. I won't be doing any milling. I'm not going to be buying Nightshade at 12 gold a pop. So yeah, this day right before the change on the auction house, my server is crazy on prices for some of these things. So I don't know how much I'm even going to be able to craft today, but I'll try to craft as much as I can. Currently, I'm just moving around on my different crafters, making what I need to. I had to take a lot of stuff off the list. If you've seen any of my other videos, I usually have about 30 minutes of crafting to do, and I have about 15 minutes of crafting to do, just because prices are insane right now. Some of the herbs are absolutely out of the world. Some of the other things are, yeah. People are freaking out, I think, with tomorrow, and then there's definitely some people who are trying to flip markets, which means that if you don't currently already have the materials, it's just too expensive to craft, or you're not able to just craft it for profit. And that's pretty much what I do. Is most of the time I'm buying the majority of my materials. I have some of them, but I'm buying the majority and selling an item at profit. With the market the way it is right now, that's just not something that's very doable today. So I mean, yeah, I'm making stuff. I will make some gold today, but it's definitely not going to be the 100 to 100 to 200k I typically do, depending on the day. It's definitely going to probably be my lowest gold income day in the last month, but that could change starting tomorrow. So I'm still very excited to see the auction house changes, and I'm super excited to see if buying 28,000 heavy desolate leather at 9 gold a pop, if that's going to be good for me or not. So that's pretty exciting too. My crafting is done for today. It is time to cancel, scan, gather, and post. Alright, all my canceling and posting is done. I'm pretty much done for the day. I wish everybody the best of luck tomorrow with the crazy changes to the auction house. Hopefully we all get to play at some point. That could be very interesting. I'm definitely not going to be making very much gold today, just because of my market's pretty crazy right now, for at least the way I normally would make gold. So I'm really just going to cancel scan a couple times throughout the day, and that's about it. I do my covenant tables tonight before I go to bed. That's pretty much all I'm going to do. I'm really excited to see if all of this heavy desolate leather plus all the rest of it that's in my mailbox, if buying that at 9 gold a piece was a smart idea or not. It's only like 260k. It's not too bad. It, puts a knot in my stomach though, even losing that. But regardless, I should be able to get most of it back. But if it works out the way I think it is, and I can actually flip that for, I don't know, somewhere between like 14 and 17 gold per, if it really does settle at the average, then I will make like 150k or something off of it, which will be awesome. So that'll be cool to see. Other than that, I will, I'll be on whenever I can be on tomorrow. But with that, thanks for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what I can do better. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see. And I will see you tomorrow. Hopefully.